What's up, everyone? Another Thirsty Thursday here on the Throttle Roots YouTube channel. And I'm excited for this one. But first, let me remind you who this is brought to you by. This episode is brought to you by our good friends TM Law, personal injury related. And if you get involved in a motorcycle accident, car accident, anything at work, make sure to hit them up. And or if you need some assistance, you need some guidance on who to talk to, message us, and we will get you in contact with the right people over at TM Law. They got our back, guaranteed. They are going to have yours. All right. Tonight, my homeboy Brad, we go back. My homeboy Brad from Crash Inc. He's also Crash Inc. He's BC11. You guys probably know him very well from Instagram. If you don't, man, you might be sleeping under a rock. I know he's probably over there. Yeah, he's smiling. I see him right now. But Brad, BC11 and Crash Inc. Clothing is his clothing brand. But tonight we really wanted to kind of hit on his new stuff, man. He's got this show that is coming up, and I'm so excited for him. I'm pumped for him. I'm stoked for him. You guys are gonna hear it. I know in his voice. Every time I talk to him about it, he's just so pumped up about this. But the Pac West V-Twin Show that's going to be going up in Oregon, I'm going to let him give you all of the details, all the rundown. We're really going to break this one down, but let's bring Brad in here and get him cracking. What's up, homeboy?
What up?
How you doing, brother?
Doing awesome. Cannot complain. Complain. This is the longest I've sat down and will sit down. But let's go.
We never stop moving, man. We're those.
No way.
You and I think we're cut from the same cloth, where we're the same kind of individual, where it's always grind, it's always move. I don't know about you, man, but if I'm idle, I feel like I'm wasting time.
Yep. That's why I don't even hardly drink anymore, because it takes up too much time.
Dude, I am actually on that note. I've been so February 20th. I went sober, man, and not for, I guess, just because I said I wanted to do it. Like, I'm like, you know what? If let me just challenge myself, so to speak. And if you can't do something 30 days, then maybe it is a problem. Maybe that's how I look at it. But yeah, man.
Yeah, Amber and I both we drank on New Year's, and we were just like, let's just see how long this goes. And she still hasn't drank. I did drink the weekend we went to Mama Tried, when I went out there with Goo and Jeff Holt and all them. I didn't miss it. I had a good time. I could have had a great time not drinking. Yeah. But I was on vacation, I guess. I mean, it's like I didn't quit because I had a problem with it or whatever. It took up too much time, dude. Yeah. It's like, I don't have that.
I feel you, dude. And you're right, dude. I don't miss it. I never considered myself like addicted.
Right.
Like that. Right. The hardest times, man, are like sometimes when I'm right here in the garage and I'm like working on the bike, like it's a little warm, or it just the mood strikes. Those are the times where I'm kind of like, I can go for a beer. And I guess I just haven't. There's nothing that's like stopping me from doing it or anything. But Easter, I was actually told myself, I said, you know what? We had a little thing over here on Easter. I said, I'm gonna drink a tall boy with my deal and stuff, and it was warm here. It was a little warm. And I still did it. And I just kind of just rolling with it, man.
Yeah. I think I told Amber, I said, my birthday's next weekend. We always do a shot party every year. I think I'll probably bust out the Jameson, and why not?
There you go. Hey, as long as long as it's under control, it's not there's some people that need to give it up because it's a problem,
Yeah. Straight up.
Yeah, for us, I think it's just more of just kind of turn it down a little bit, for a period of time.
We're getting old.
Oh, don't remind me, dude. Just turned 40. I'm on my way to 40.
Oh, Jesus. 40? Oh, man.
Where are you sitting at, right? Where are you sitting?
I turned 45 next Friday.
Oh, well, happy early birthday, bud.
Thank you. Thank you.
But we're only as they say, man. We're
dude.
As old as we feel, right?
Exactly. It's just a rank. It's just a number. Whatever.
It's a number, man. I
rank 45 on the scale now. It's all good.
I see you hitting the weights. You kind of, getting into, doing your thing out there, man. So again, it's a number, dude. It's really what it is, man. You can
all it is.
Do good at any age.
Absolutely.
And a lot of it is right here up in the head, man, in between the ears, dude.
Damn right.
In between the ears.
Damn right it is.
Yeah, man.
You can make yourself feel 90 real easy.
Oh, very quick, man. We're pretty like we're blue collar kind of guys where we're physical, we're active. Yeah, we are blue collar guys. We might feel it in the body a little bit, but
Yeah, yeah,
yeah. But if you stay sharp up here, man, you're just kind of
that's
constantly
right.
thinking, creative, things of that sort, man. You can keep
Yeah,
your mind pretty sharp and keep
yeah.
yourself young.
Mentally, I'm about 26. Physically, 56.
Yeah, split the difference, right, between the age.
Yeah,
Yeah, man. How's
exactly.
Crash going and everything, man? How's that side going?
Good, good. It's going good. We've had the talk before. I think the more you advertise, the more you sell. I'm sure people have seen I haven't been advertising a ton. I have taken on so much work in the shop. So as far as crashing goes that way, dude, we're pumping bikes out of here. Pumping bikes. Dude, I put on a set of Geezer. I haven't even like advertised that I'm a dealer for Geezer Glide or Geezer Engineering now, or Pro Action Suspension, or I'm a dealer for a ton of companies. And just with the local business that I'm getting, dude, I haven't even advertised that I'm a dealer for stuff. I should, but I do. I put on a set of the Geezer reduced trail trees. Probably got one or two a month, maybe three. It's crazy.
That's cool.
We have to have that conversation. You got to ride my bike someday. It's just on rails with those things.
Dude, so I did his trees on my
roadside.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I did the upgrade on mine because.
Oh, that's right. We talked about this a long time ago.
Yeah, I had the 40. Mine's an 08, so I had the 41 on there, and there's limited options on there. So your options open up a ton when you step into that 49 mil realm.
Dude, it's great. I got 21 or 22 ST sitting on the lift across from me. Getting the works. Geezer everything. Yeah.
Great product too, man. He does it's everything comes like in one kit. It's all with the brake lines, with the mounting brake.
Amazing.
Everything, man. It's a really nice machine kit, and it looks well when it's in there, man. It looks good when it's all sitting in there.
And it works really well too. That's what's crazy. I was just talking to Andreas today on the phone about it, and he's like, we always joke about it. You try to tell people about it, and you feel like you're selling them snake oil until they freaking try it, and then they're like, "Holy shit!"
Yeah, so, and that's what when I had to talk to him. I had a couple of like technical questions in regards to it when I was doing my install with it, and I was very, I guess, happy, and it was nice to know he took my phone call. He sat there and talked to me like extensively. We had a good conversation about it, and then we just, of course, naturally started talking about a bunch of other stuff as well.
Everything,
but the fact, sitting there and talking to him and just like listening to him, there's some people that you just listen to and you learn a lot from, and you can tell that he knows his stuff. He's put a lot of research and design, and he's put a lot of research into his stuff. And like you said, the reduced trail, like with my bike, the reason I bought it was because it put the trail in the right spot. That's what it did. It
100%
for the stuff, man.
100%.
That makes a world of a difference.
Yeah, I owe a lot of my, I guess you say, success and all the business that I'm getting right now to him, because he took the time to not only take me on as a dealer, but he laid it all out there for me, like how to measure them and how to set, not just sag, and you can set sag, but like really how to dial in suspension and how to, set the bike so they handle just titties. And he taught all of it to me. And so it's like, I get a lot of guys in here and I'm like, dude, go ride my bike. It's nothing special, but the suspension is fucking out of this world, and it rides like a fucking crotch rocket. Your bike's set up like that, and it's just yeah,
man. That is one of the things that I love the most about when products are good quality products. They speak for themselves. You don't have to sell it. You don't have to like point out how good it just go and ride the thing, go and feel it, whatever it is, and you'll be sold. So
100%.
I'm stoked for you, man. I'm pumped to hear, because for I know that you always dabbled in the wrenching. That's kind of our nature, and I know that it was always kind of a hustle and a business, a side thing for you. But it sounds like
Right.
you're kind of taking Crash Inc. not necessarily away from just the clothing brand, but you're turning it more into an overall, like, you know, shop,
Yep.
a business, an overall encompass of what motorcycling really is.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Dude,
sir.
I'm stoked for you, man. That's awesome.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I didn't know,
Thank you.
like you said, I didn't know you were a dealer for them. I didn't know you were who
Yeah.
else did you say you were a dealer for?
Pro Action suspension. Dude, I put in spring sets like it's going out of style. I've got 4 sets sitting up on the bar right now. Invisivin, Lexan. God, I know I'm missing 100 of them. Yeah.
No,
Dude, I don't know.
boy, get it, dude. Those are some names. Those are some names, and
Yeah.
those are, you know,
Yep.
that is awesome for you, man. The sky's the limit, right? You get in what you put in.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Got a really good relationship with Pro One. Been doing a lot of stuff with Pro One too lately.
Good,
So,
man. Good.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to talk a little bit more offline about some of that stuff, man. Maybe get
do it.
linked in with the right people with
you. Just,
and you know, since you're my boy, you know, anybody that you're dealer for them, you know, if any of these people, you know, and I'm always looking for guests, so if I can utilize someone, if any of these people would love to do a podcast or hang out with me and you and like talk about any of this stuff or just bullshit, dude, I will, you know, send them over this way, man. I'm always looking for people to talk to.
Absolutely. I want to get Brett, Cherry City Bagger Bars on here sometime. He's a fucking hoot. Have you met Brett?
I don't. You know what? It's
no, you haven't. I don't think you have.
Met him. It's correct me if I'm wrong, and I hope I'm not. But it's the Road Glide with the red flames. It's gray with the red flames. I feel like I maybe met him or spoke to him or saw him at Laguna. Laguna
yeah, that's what it was. Yeah.
So I definitely saw the bike there, and I think I maybe briefly just had a interaction with him because the fucking bike is amazing. The bike is a beautiful bike.
Thank you.
But yes, yeah, you did it. You did it. Except who painted that thing, by the way?
Oh God, the guy's gonna kill me.
That's all right.
It's actually a bike from back east. Oh God, what's his name? Oh my God, I'll remember. I'll post it.
It'll hit you. I know.
Oh, it's Eric, and I can never say his last name right. Pigia Designs.
Okay.
He's got an Instagram. The guy's an amazing painter.
Those flames.
He started that bike out, and he sold it, and it had it had the boosted mids on it. It was built-ish. I mean, it wasn't not like it is now. I mean, it was a very nice bike, very well put together, but Brett took it from here, and it's insane now. That thing it's badass, and now it's getting a 124 right now. It should be just about done.
Nice, man.
So
yeah,
it's rowdy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's rowdy.
I dig it, man. I dig it. So yeah, good work on it, by the way, man. All the work you've done to it. It shows.
Appreciate it.
For sure, man.
Wait till you see it since the last time you saw
it. Always something, right? It never stops.
Oh, we did a whole nother round this winter. Yeah, it just left the shop. It was here all winter, and so
well, you guys have all that rain to deal with, so you guys have downtime to do that type of stuff.
Yep.
I'm glad and fortunate that we don't deal with that as much, but the bike doesn't go down. The bike doesn't go down for as long. There's not a window where it's like, yeah, let's put it down and let's build.
Right.
We just kind of have it open to ride. And you know what, man? I'm really just enjoying my bike. I'm not worried about the keeping up with the Joneses or like winning shows or making sure that the paint is good or I'm really just enjoying the piss out of my bike is really what
me too.
Yeah.
Me too. Built to ride. I did, however, get some cams installed 2 weeks ago. I'm sure you guys saw it posted. I got hooked up basically. Timbertown Harley, the local dealership here. They're one of our big sponsors for the show, but they do a performance clinic a couple every winter to where they'll bring a bike in the middle of the showroom and everybody sits around, drinks beer and eats food and watches one of their lead mechanics work on the bikes. And so the service manager, my friend Joey, he said, "Hey, you want to use your bike for a performance clinic?" I was like, "Actually, got a set of brand new cams sitting here in the shop." So they hooked it up. Basically, hope I'm not exposing too much or saying too much, but they basically hooked up the labor and everything. I just
That's
had to
really
supply
cool,
the
man.
parts, so it was pretty rad. So
That's a cool concept, though. That is I love that
Mhm.
concept. I've never heard of anything like that. I don't know if that's
it,
unique
it
at dealership, but that's a pretty cool concept.
it's cool because you're right there. I mean, they put a little barrier, but it's cool because a lot of guys come in there and they can see, like, it's not hands on, but I mean, you could touch the bike. It's so you're right there, so you're seeing, checking the run out and watching them install the cam. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, because not a lot of people. Well, I don't want to say not a lot of people, but there's a good amount of people that don't. They have the idea. They hear about cams. They hear about a cam plate. They hear about all this stuff, and
Yeah.
they know generally what it does. But there's a process, right, of installing it. You
Oh,
got to
absolutely.
run out. You
Yeah.
need to be able to
Mhm.
press in new bearings and pull new bearings out, and you
Yep.
got to be able to lube everything, and you got to prime stuff. So there's a process to it, but
Yeah.
I like that concept, man, because it gives people the opportunity to go, oh, that's why it cost X amount of dollars, because it
Yep.
takes a lot
Yep.
of work.
Exactly. Exactly.
That's
Exactly.
pretty cool,
That's
man.
kind of what we do just about every Saturday here in the shop. I told myself I will not do any motor work. I will do an occasional clutch. I don't have the time. I don't have I can do it, but I won't even do cam installs here. I'm hands off. I don't have the time in the day for one. So it's all bolt-in stuff, but like the suspension, a buddy came down last weekend. He rode down. He brought me a spring kit, for his front end, for his 49 millimeter front end. I sat there and showed two of the guys, this is how you do it, kind of thing. And I just stepped them through it, and because it's gotten to a point where even built myself a little cart for doing it, so it's all right, little service cart for doing suspension, because I do so much of it every week. It's like
Turn it out
over and over and over again. So it's just they wanted to see how it's done. So
smart though, man. I like I understand why I don't need to do a full tear down. I need to do a full build, because that stuff stays on lifts longer. And the point is turn the stuff over, get it in and get it out. And people, how people are. Well, is my bike done yet? Is my bike done yet? Like that's the name of the game.
I know. I'm at the point right now where I've got another guy with a brand new Road Glide that wants to do. We're doing the whole shit and caboodle, 2 over, trees, bars, gauge relocation, the whole Road Glide treatment. And I've got a 22 and a 21 Road Glide, both sitting on my lift right now. One's getting the full treatment that I just showed you. Suspension, front and rear, trees, gauge relocation, blah, blah, blah. The other one just got chain drive conversion last weekend, swing arm, suspension, everything. And so
a little past bolt on then.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yep.
Well, good,
a little past. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, well, I'm glad to hear it's thriving, man. I'm glad to hear you're getting into that, man.
Thank you.
Us guys at Wrench, ultimately, if we could turn our passion into a career or a money making thing to like survive and pay our bills and our stuff, man, that's ultimately, it's kind of living the dream, I guess, so to speak.
Keeps you busy, and then my silly ass has to go and start planning motorcycle shows. Jesus.
Dude, listen, man, I can relate, because we're doing the same a little bit over here. We're brand building on top of riding motorcycles and working on them and all that stuff. So sometimes I tell myself, and I tell and our team, we look at each other and go, we need to have our heads examined, man, because we could do that. We can,
right?
We'll figure it out.
Why not?
Yeah, man. So but it's good though, man. We were saying earlier, it's really what's kind of in between your ears, and the sharper you can stay, and the more active you stay in between the ears, the younger you kind of feel, or just the better you feel. And it's a giant sense of accomplishment, man. It does a lot,
right?
Self-esteem it does a lot, man. It really does.
All right, exactly. And doing, and we're going to talk about the show, but planning all this, and a ton of people have reached out and, hey, whatever you need, do you need help? I can do this for you. I can do that for you. And I'm like, yeah, I will take, yeah, I'm putting together a team of volunteers, and like, I'm not being, a part of me is like, am I being stingy with this? But it's like, I've got it. Like, I work good under pressure. Like, I want all this you know what I mean? It's like, it's working right now. It's working. I may drive myself crazy by the end of this, but it's working.
I feel you, man. I understand that. And, but my advice, take help where you can get it and where you know
Absolutely.
you can, I guess, because hearing you, it's almost, I wouldn't say it's a trusting, but it's like, I got it. And you almost want to know that, okay, it's done the way that I want it, like the way I'm picturing it, the way I'm envisioning it.
Right.
The only way for that to really happen is if you take the full reins on it. But
yeah,
it builds up, dude. There's a lot that will add up. There's a lot of things, a lot of detail stuff that you're like, you might, if you got trust in the person, man, take that help.
Right.
It's
I will.
And I will be like a testament to it, man, because you know the history, you know, kind of where I started, Harley Showcase and the whole thing with it, and the new page, and now this, right? And when all of this started, when Throttled Roots, kind of like the concept of it was like, hey, the main thing was, I need a team. I need more. I have a vision, you know, and although I know I can probably get there on my own, it's going to take me longer to get there on my own.
Yep.
And the guys that I like, you are the piece of the puzzle, and you are the piece of the puzzle that we can make this one whole giant fucking thing. And the three of us, the three-headed monster, will fucking go. And it has been. So when you have a team like that, man, you'll get it. I know you've been running crashing for the longest period of time on your own.
Well, and that's what, did you see I'm sure the post about Team Crash Inc?
You know, when you sent me the logo of Team Crash Inc., I had not seen it, because I was a little like, I was wondering what Team Crash Inc. was.
So my whole idea behind that was, this show that we're going to talk about, I went over and over and over. I've always wanted to do a show, right? And I'll tell the story how that all came about. But I could have very well called it the Crash Inc. Show, right? I could have, but I wanted it to be its own thing. So then we started going through the process of getting sponsors. You know, it wasn't cheap to rent the place, golf course. And a couple people reached out, and they were like, you know, I'd already kind of started announcing the sponsors, and a couple people reached out and, well, why haven't you put Crash Inc. as a sponsor? And I was like, I don't want it to be about Crash Inc. I want it to be about the motorcycles. Honestly, I mean, I want people up here to have a show to go to that's cool. Like, you guys have a million of them down there, you know, it seems like. And I started thinking about it, and I was like, okay, you know, I obviously need to have my company involved somehow. And this was at the point where all these people started reaching out and helping, you know, and there's been a lot of help behind the scenes and everything. And I was like, you know what? There's a lot of the bros, the people, not just bros, chicks too, whatever, that they don't have a company to sponsor the show. They don't have a company to have a vendor spot, but they want to be involved. And I was like, all right, I got an idea. Let's do Team Crash Inc. So when that sponsor goes up as Crash Inc., it's Team Crash Inc. So it's brought to you by the team. So it's about everybody. It's not just me. I don't want it to be about me. I want it to be about the motorcycles and us having a great time at a show. But if Crash Inc.'s going to be involved, it's going to be the team. And that's where that came from. Fast forward to the other day, all my good friends had talked about a feel-good story. You know, I've been busting my ass on this, and I have been taking the help. Some stuff I haven't let go yet. One of my buddies was over here, and I was working on the house project, and he comes in with his phone, and he's following me around. He's like, hey, Brad, what are you doing? And I was like, working. He's like, hey, you check your PayPal lately? And I was like, no, like, that's kind of random. And he's like, well, check your PayPal. I was like, all right. And I open it, and it says there's $20 here, $40 here, $50 there. And it all says Team Crash Inc., Team Crash Inc., Team Crash Inc. All the boys got together as Team Crash Inc. to sponsor, to help out with the show. And I was just like, instant tears. I'm not scared to say it. It was fucking awesome. It was fucking awesome.
That's awesome, man.
That's where the Team Crash Inc.
I love that. I love that concept, man. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I was wondering where that kind of came from, but that's a really cool concept. I like how it is, and most importantly, man, I think that's a good example of like, okay, how you need support. You know, you're gonna
absolutely
need the team and stuff, man. So
absolutely,
I want to know, man. I got to ask, man, because we're teasing it. I mean, where did the I know we all probably want to throw a show, or we all probably want to do something more than just, being somebody on Instagram, or whatever it is, it's Crash Inc. or whatever. We all want to, I'm a big advocate for not just taking from the culture and the lifestyle, not just grabbing from it and doing nothing to contribute anything back. And this is like the media platform that we do here and the show that you're doing are examples of how you throw back into the culture, the lifestyle, And so where did it kick off, man? Because I know it stems back a while back. Yeah,
it does. Familiar. I mean, my experiences at Born Free, obviously, always just epic. And I just always imagined something up here. It's always this thing. Oregon's always been a year or two behind California kind of thing. I've always looked at it like that since I was a kid, because I used to spend a lot of time. I still spend a lot of time down there, right? Everything, trends, clothing, anything, whatever. Oh, going to Born Free, going to the Huntington Beach Classic, going to, Colorado, all these shows, all these rallies. And I was just like, there's so much motorcycle culture up here and so much cool shit and then you go on the Instagram and you see all of it. And, I'm pretty involved with the scene, I guess, know a lot of people. So I get to see a lot of it, but there's a lot of people that aren't involved like you and I are, that have badass bikes and they don't get seen. So I was like, I want to have a show up here that people can see and have something to go to. We do have one show. It's typically, it's coming up here in a couple of weeks. It's typically still raining. It's snowed at the show before. I have nothing bad to say about the show. I had a bike in it. It's always been more of a chopper-ish and metric show. Nothing wrong with that. I love all motorcycles. I love V-twins, and I thought it would be really fucking cool to have a V-twin show. But back up from that, Jeff Holt, V-twin visionary, right? Friend of mine. Yeah. For years, I've been begging him, dude, when are you going to come up here and do a V-twin visionary show? Come on, come up here, come up to Oregon. I'll bring the crowd. Let's do this. I can't. It just doesn't pencil in. It just, he goes to where the big shows are. There's no big shows up here, right? It makes sense, right? So the last time we had a conversation about it, he's like, Brad, I think what you should do is start your own show. And I'm like, all right. Grow it. Start grassroots. Start from the bottom. Work yourself up. The right people, blah, blah, blah. And the kicker was, you can put my name on it. And I'm like, okay, done. Let's go.
Yeah.
And that's kind of how it's been a lot of thought before then. But after him saying that, it kind of gave me the courage to do it, I guess. Well, and then it was just like, okay, let's find a spot to do it.
I think what that does is, if you don't know Jeff G and V-Twin Visionary, if you're involved in Harleys or anything, you probably should have a concept of who he is and what his contribution to this industry and this lifestyle and this scene, what his contribution is. And with that being said, if you have that understanding and you recognize that, and someone of his stature, someone of his demeanor is telling you, hey, put it on and utilize my brand, my name, my influence as something to really get people to not buy in, but really know that this is something
Right.
that speaks volume. If that doesn't kick you in the ass to go, oh shit,
Yep.
we got
Right.
I got support. I got good backing. I got somebody
Mhm.
I got somebody of that level that believes
Right.
in what I can do. And that shit, man, I can only imagine that that probably had to have lit the fire under your ass. Probably
It did.
I imagine
100%. 100%. Right after that, I was like, I hit up one of my shirt designers and I was like, hey, I got this idea. I didn't even have a name or anything, and it was just like Pac West, Pac Pacific West. We live in the Pacific Northwest. I know there's other things that have Pac West on it. It's not like I came up with it by any means, but it just kind of flowed, you know? And I was like, Pac West V-Twin Show. Let's go. Let's do it. All right. So I sent them the idea, and I had the logo before I even had a spot. And I said, just hold off before we finalize it. I got to figure out a date. And I started looking at locations and talking to people, and dude, finding a location for a cool location besides just a dirty parking lot it's not as easy as people think. It's not, hey, can I have a show in your parking lot? You got a lot of things to think about. Power, you know, I'm all about flow. Sounds weird, but I'm all about a show's got to flow. Like, you got to ride in. The bike's parking's got to be in the right place. I want it to all be together. You know what I mean? I want it to all fit. And I was having a really hard time with it. And I was talking to my wife about it. And she's like, you should hit up my friend that owns the golf course. And it's literally 10 minutes from here, which is awesome. She's like, you should hit up my friend that owns a golf course. They do events other than golf all summer. And I was like, golf course, really? Yeah, I don't know, babe. So I drive by every day on the way home from work and on the way to work. And finally one day I pulled in the parking lot and I was like, all right, this parking lot's fucking huge. Totally do a show in this parking lot. So I cold called her and I was like, hey, this is Amber's husband. She said to call you about doing an event. She's like, yeah, we do events. What kind of event you want? And I'm like, a motorcycle show. And she's like, really? And I was like, well, I heard the excitement and I was like, I got excited. I was like, yeah, you know, Harley V-Twin. She's like, oh, me and my husband ride. Yeah, let's do it. And I'm like,
Dope.
Really? She's like, yeah. So we talk back and forth and, you know, go over numbers and dates. And sorry, everybody, I already got shit for this. It's the weekend after Live Fast Rally and 2 weeks before Born Free. I'm sorry. It's what I had to do.
What'd you say?
But it's for the people up here.
It's the week after Live Fast, and it's 2 weeks before Born Free. It's not on them. It's
exactly.
Make it happen. Make it happen.
Yep. Ride your shit. Get up here.
That's it.
Yep. So I start talking to her, and she's like, yeah, and then she told me the numbers, the money, and I'm like, oh shit, like, oh boy. And she's like, I need half down. A pretty good size amount. I don't think I need to put it on here, but no. And I'm like, shit, dude, I gotta get sponsors and stuff. And I'd been talking. We do events with Timbertown, which thankful for them. They ponied up big time for this show. I was like, oh fuck, dude, this just got real. Like, okay, so I got the date, put the poster together, and I started reaching out for sponsors. And Timbertown stepped up. You know, Jeff already is a sponsor. I've got a mile-long list of sponsors and everything. But it just went, and I posted it that day, dude. I posted the poster, and I was like, all right, we're having a show. Like, let's go.
This is happening.
Got a huge, I mean, dude, Elite Mototech's coming up from Cali as a vendor. I was like, what? You guys want to come to my show? Dude, you guys are a badass company. Like, I've never done this before. So fast forward like a week, and I start getting sponsors, and I'm like, okay, I think I can afford this and not be a shit ton of money out of my pocket. So day came to go sign the contract and put half down. I just barely made it with, you know, timing with the sponsors and everything, made it. And so it was just the wife of the owners of the golf course that I had been talking to. And she's like, hey, do you don't mind if my husband's there for a meeting? And I'm like, yeah, sure. You know, so we go there, and at this point, the parking lot's huge, dude. You could have a big show, a big to do like we're having in the parking lot and not even touch the golf course. Right. That's what I had planned out. I had logistics figured out for, not clogging up the highway for people coming in, blah, blah, blah. So I go there and we start talking. It's pissing rain. And I had an idea for the motorcycle, the show bikes. There's a strip of grass on the side of the golf course, right? And I'm thinking, there's no fucking way they're going to let me put bikes on the grass, right? No way. No possible way. So we're talking about it. And I was like, yeah. He's like, well, where are you going to do the show? And I'm like, well, that little grass area, the rough alongside the golf course, if we could put bikes there, I promise, we'll get pucks for the kickstands, this and that. And he goes, yeah, I don't see why you don't want to do the whole show on the grass. I'm like,
let me add it actually, because this is the reason.
Yeah. Here we go.
Area that we're talking about, or is there another area? Is this kind of where?
Can you play the parking lot? The video pulling up?
Yeah.
Yeah. Roll that one.
Okay, let's show these. I mean, if you guys,
here we go.
You got to be on YouTube to watch this. For the podcast listeners, if you when you listen to this,
yeah, don't mind the Honda.
Let me go forward here a little bit to where pulling into the parking lot again.
Yeah, here we go. Yeah. So this is the entrance of the golf course, basically. But see the size of this parking lot? It's friggin' huge.
Look at that thing.
And this was originally the idea of the show, was just to jam up the parking lot and just have a ton of vendors and a big show and everything.
Which would be plenty of room.
Plenty of room. Plenty of room. Yeah. So if you right here where I park, so this was all going to be vendor row. This was going to be park the bikes down the middle, big vendor area, blah, blah, blah. Backup bike show off to the left there a little bit. And then you pull in and see that straight grass strip right there. That's where I was like, that's where I wanted to do the bike show, put the bikes right down there. That's like the rough, right? And I'm showing him that, and he's like, well, why don't you just do the whole show right there? And I'm like, there you go. Yeah. And he's like, well, why don't you just do the whole show right there? I'm like, really? He's like, yeah. Okay. So we're talking more, and he's, we're touring the clubhouse, and there's a huge patio on the back. And I know you've got some pictures and videos of that. And we're talking about flow. And I'm like, I envision all of this flowing and everything being in one spot. And he goes, well, why don't you just use the fairway? I'm like, get the fuck out of here, dude. Really? The fairway? He's like, yeah, June, it'll be dry enough. It'll be fine. We won't water, and we'll just shut down golf for the day, which you're paying for. Let's just do the whole thing on the main fairway. And I'm like, dude, you kidding me? He's like, nope, let's do it. And at that moment, it was like, this show's going to be huge.
Is this the patio area that you're talking about?
Yeah. So this is like that grass strip. If you were to walk around the corner, this is the back side of the clubhouse. This is pretty much right here is where all the food vendors will be.
Cool.
This is just a picture, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think there's one. Yep. There's the patio. Yep. Okay. So at my back right there, to my back would be the first tee box on that main fairway, and it's raised above. That's where the DJ and everything will be. So if you were to spin around and look down from there, that's where the whole show will be. The bikes will be out there in the middle of the fairway, and it'll be a big, huge horseshoe of vendors on the back side of that. So it'll be, if you stand up on that tee box, it'll be all bikes and then vendors. It's going to be, dude, it's going to be epic. Gives me the chills talking about it right now.
I love that, man. That is,
yeah.
I mean, let's just look at it the way,
yeah.
I mean, let's just admire it for what it is right now. It's green, it's open,
mm-hmm.
There's blue skies, and then imagine it filled with good people, motorcycles, a good time, music, food.
Yep.
I mean, the tone and the vibe is just going to be, it's going to be set, man.
Yep. There's a good, yep. Go back to that. Yeah, right there is basically, that's in the middle. We have twice that amount of footage behind us if we need it. But that area right there is all the show bikes facing south. I'm going to have them all facing south. So you can see where it's raised up, that first tee box right there. That's where the DJ and everything will be, and where we'll do the awards for the bikes. But the photo ops out here on the green grass is just going to be,
it's going to be amazing.
Insane. Yeah.
It's going to be amazing, man.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to be a real, this is, I guess when I'm looking at it and, I got excited when you sent me the pictures, a couple of days ago, and I was kind of rifling through them, and I was kind of trying to just put myself kind of in the place with motorcycles and, just the event going on around me. And you touched on it a little bit earlier. I told, Born Free, you've been to Born Free. That's a big giant. I mean, that could be a system overload of a show, because it's a massive show. The area.
Yeah.
But Born Free is also a little dirty, a little dusty, a little, and that's the vibe. It's up in the hills. It's where it's at is the environment. This right here, I was looking at it going, man, this is Born Free-esque. It's going to be able to give you that vibe of outdoors and, stuff like this, man. Like, you touched on earlier, Live Fast Rally, right? Those are my homeboys. Yeah. Those are my dudes, man. And that show right there is very grassroots. And this right here, you have a venue that's like this. Now, obviously, a golf course, isn't in the hills or something where you're camping and stuff. But feel and the vibe of what this is. It's not inside of a building. It's not out, it's not, a complex or fairgrounds where you're walking in and out. This is like elements. This is grassroots feel and esque, man. And I got that feeling when I started rifling through these pictures, and I can only imagine what it's going to be like day of when you have, I hope, thousands of bikes show up.
I'm hoping, brother. I'm hoping, because it's a free show. You don't got to pay admission. So.
Oh, no admission for it as well.
No admission. No admission. It's all on us. It's
all the more reason to show up.
Yeah, show up, man. I mean, I wasn't. Yeah, there's a great picture. That's basically standing that one back.
Video.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's a good video. Yep, dude. Literally all the way down, we could have vendors. I mean, we're just going to figure out the footage for how many vendors we end up with. I think we're over 25 right now.
So basically, like you're saying, you're going to horseshoe this in.
Yep. So that'll be the end. That'll be the end of the, down there will be the big horseshoe. And then the show bikes will be in the middle. All the water. Welcome to Oregon.
Yeah, welcome to Oregon, man. Seriously, man.
Yeah.
I mean, you're going to have a ton of space to have a good time, when you go
all the way down there.
Look at that.
Yeah.
And then behind you is
the clubhouse.
Parking lot area.
Yep.
Let me see what else.
Yeah, dude, the place has got, it's a golf course. It's got a clubhouse. They have 2 fully stocked and will be fully staffed bars inside. Plus on the patio, a fully stocked beer and wine bar. I think this one might show it.
What is this area here? Let's see what this area is.
This is the patio. So this is standing up on the patio at the clubhouse. So that's cool. All. Yep. So there's the tee box directly out there where the DJ and everything will be. This will be all seating. All of this.
So you're going to be able to kind of lounge up here, look out onto the crowd, or kind of like, it's going to be a vibe, man. This is isn't it funny, man, how things work out that way? Like,
it's crazy.
Probably were. I know that you already said earlier when you were going, a golf course, really? Like,
right?
You wouldn't think that maybe you could either pull it off or that it would be the right venue to do it. But then when you get there and you see the videos like this, and you're like, yeah, this can go here, that can go there. This is going to be a good venue, man. And Brad, to be honest with you, man, number one is always the most stressful, and you correct me if I'm wrong, but it doesn't sound like this is a one-time and like a one-time.
No way.
Like
no way.
It's an annual. You want to make this
big,
a destination type of show over the years. So
go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Oh, so where we're at with that right now is this year for sure 100%. Next year and the next year after that. Location is maybe. I need somebody to loan me about $6.4 million to buy the place. Because it is for sale. We're under contract this year. It is happening 110%. I have a signed contract. It's not ever getting taken away. My hope is that the new buyers will want to do this every year, because this place is epic for events. Here's why. And they do other events in the summer. They've taken semi trucks out onto the grass and had concerts out here. Here's why this place is so cool. It is the largest zoned amusement. So amusement zoned is no noise restrictions, totally different, like alcohol, beverage serving. Everything's different, right? You can't do what you want, but you can do a lot more on a place that's zoned amusement than you can, commercial or whatever, right?
Example. I'll give a small example. Out here, we have to have what you call a beer garden, where you can only drink within a certain confined area. It sounds like something like that is deemed amusement. There is where you can grab your beer and you can walk around the complex with it.
Correct. They could go down and if I wanted them to set up another bar down at the vendor area, they could do that.
Gotcha.
So it's the largest. She was telling me it's the largest zoned amusement property between Mexico and Canada. It's 109 acres. 109 acres. Dude, can you imagine? To the right buyer, that place, you could do, you see your big, I mean, you're talking huge, but like a Coachella or these big summer country music concerts with camping, and dude, you could do it all at this place. I mean, it's
possibilities are endless.
Leading into that whole thing, a good friend of mine, he's been trying for a couple of years, and he's put on several big events way prior years. Hopefully, if all goes well, and I believe in him and I know he'll make it happen, is that Salem, Oregon will have an entire weekend event, motorcycle Harley event, and we will team up, piggyback kind of off of that. So yeah, Pac West is here to stay. This is going to be this will be the Pacific Northwest motorcycle show to go to. It will be, and I will stick to that. I'm going to keep it that way.
You're absolutely right. You said it earlier, man. Venue is the hardest thing to kind of nail down. It's especially if you're trying to go bigger scale, like what you're trying to do, man. The venue is the hardest one, because you probably need the size, but two, sometimes you have a certain venue that, like you said, we touched on earlier, Harleys, and you kind of throw it out there, and they're like, oh, it's going to bring this crowd, or it's going to bring this vibe or whatever. But I'm stoked for you on this venue. I'm glad that you got it locked in, definitely for this year, the next year, or at least, I'm bummed. I mean, good for them that they're selling it and they're going to cash out on their investment. I'm sure that's a positive thing. But it looks like a really, really good place, man. I want to know a little bit about, like, okay, first of all, we talked about this. When is this happening? What is the date?
June 10th. June 10th.
June 10th.
Yep. Saturday, June 10th. And we're going from, you would think picking a time for an event would be easy. It's not. So many factors. We're going from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. That's not a lot of time for a show.
Yeah.
But you can't keep people entertained all day in an event. You know what I mean? That's like, you can't just, I guess you can. You can't just have a bike show. You're not going to keep people around. You've got to have vendors there for things for people to do, right? I mean, you can't just have vendors and not anything going on, vice versa, Sure, one of my buddies, he owns a really big gym here, the pro bodybuilder. He's going to have a booth with bench press and deadlift competition. It's be pretty cool. Yeah, Timbertown's sponsoring they haven't finalized it, but we got another putting green. They'll do like a putting challenge, and it should be really cool, laid back event. And there's a lot of I want to say hell yeah brothers, but I don't. There's just a lot of there's just a lot of riders that aren't in the performance scene or the chopper scene. There's just a lot of people that ride fucking Harleys up here, right? Mm-hmm. So I want the show to be for everybody. I don't want it to be just, we're doing performance baggers. You know what I mean? I want everything. I want everything there. Everything V-Twin.
It's good to have that though, man. I know
Absolutely.
you and I are probably on the same page where we're more in tune with some of the, like, the performance stuff, and maybe some more of the I don't know, the culture stuff, the more I don't know what we dub it as, right? I know what you mean when you say air quotes,
Right.
hell yeah, brother. You know, we kind of know that
Yeah.
type, that rider and that person, but
Mm-hmm.
to do a show like this and to have the performance and to have the air quotes hell yeah brother bikes with the whatever it is you're going to have there, it's good to expose that crowd or those people to this style of bike as well.
Yep.
Whether it's a club style bike, it's a performance bagger bike, it's a friggin' chopper, it's a whatever it stinking may be. I think that's the most important thing to remember of why you kind of throw a show
Right.
together. You're throwing a show together to bring people together that all have a common interest. Whether you ride that type of bike that's way out in left field, or you ride the bike that everybody is drooling over on Instagram. The point is to be in a spot where you can all just relate to the same common interest, which is that motorcycle and the riding and
Damn
the
right.
freedom of it, like the shows are cool. I'm sure you're going to have a show, you're going to have categories, and people are going to bring some heat. People are going to bring some nice bikes and stuff. But really, we're throwing an event this weekend, and our main thing is always just like, hey, we just want to throw something. We want to have something where people just have a good place to go to. It's a good time. It's a good environment. People can meet new people to go and ride with. There's like make relationships, make friendships. Vendors can network with one another and work later on. And, there's so many more things than just bring your bike, park it on the grass, show it off, and then move on. With life. There's so many more things that encompass a motorcycle show.
Yep. And we didn't eat like with the classes, picking the classes. We have 10 classes, 9 with an overall.
What are those classes? Do you know them?
Shit. I don't have them. I have them on my phone. Of course, I didn't write them all down.
What are some of them?
So what we did for the performance bagger, we did not call it performance bagger. We called it performance touring. So we have a performance. I think we got performance touring. We've got touring. We've got Sportster, we've got Chopper, we've got Vintage. How many is that? FXR, Dyna, Softail, Vikla. I know I'm missing one.
Category in there. I was listening.
Damn right we did. Damn right we did.
I love it. I love it.
Don't tell anybody, but I got 2 that I built that are almost finished that are going to be in it. I do it all, dude. I don't care. I can't judge the show, though. I was like, people were asking me, well, how are you going to judge? I said, I am not judging it because a couple of the banging ass bikes, like I said earlier in a post, I said, Crashing's coming out swinging this spring with some fucking hot ass bikes. I am not judging the show because it'd be very biased.
I feel ya. Did you get judges, or how are you judging that? Do you know yet?
I've got a couple people that I've got in mind that I'm going to ask. I haven't 100% nailed it down. A good friend of mine, he's real. I call them chopper daddies. They're young kids that are just keeping the dream alive. I fucking love it. Building badass old school choppers and shit. And he'll have a couple bikes in the show. But I thought about asking him if he'd judge the performance touring. Just totally mix it up. You know what I mean? And then like, I think Goo's flying up. Because they'll just be getting back from the roll, and saying, "Okay, Goo, you go judge the Vickless or the chopper." Just totally mix it up. You know what I mean? Something like that. That way, there's zero bias, zero. Or my mentor, my shovelhead mentor, Jim. He's a old school dude that I used to work with. He just rides and he fucking loves shovelheads and knows everything about them. Hey, Jim, go out there and judge the performance baggers. Just kind of mix it up a little bit.
I like that, man, because when it comes to judging, when it comes to shows, you're always probably going to have a couple of people in there that are going to go, oh, or you're always going to have something, because judging a show, well, it's beauty is in the eye of the beholder, and that's what it comes down to, man. And some people like certain stuff, and judges and other judges like other stuff, and really taking a trophy home does it. I mean, that's great. It's a nice accolade. It's nice to hang on the wall and stuff. But reality of it is, as a reminder, you and I said it, ride it. If build the thing to have a really nice piece because they are works of art. They
Right.
we do build them to express a little bit of who we are and what we are and kind of the type of person that we are, right? I mean, I have a air quotes performance bagger. I'm not a huge fan of the term anymore, but I have an air quote
performance touring
bag. Yeah, there we go. Maybe I'll go with
that's what I call them now. That's my thing. Not my thing, but that's where I'm going with.
But I have that bike because it fits my style of riding. It fits my aggressive riding style. It fits my
100%.
my character traits, you know. And I think when it comes down to it, build a bike that fits that for you, and everything else, it doesn't matter. Just enjoy the bike, and if other people appreciate it, that's all that stinking matters, you know.
Right. And I want the Pac West show to be. I don't want it to be the one show. I don't want it to be Mama Tried. I don't want it to be Born Free, but I want it to have its own thing to where, hey, I had my bike in the Pac West show. Like that accolade, that like I was honored. Jeff asked me to bring my shovel head all the way down to Stockton that time when I had the shovel head in one of his shows. That was, to me, I didn't win. I didn't win anything, but it was, hey, I had my bike in a V-Twin Visionary show. I mean, you know what I mean? I just like that. I want it to be, I want the show to be, hey, kind of like, Ray, you going to Live Fast Rally this year? Yep. Hey, are you going to Pac West this year? That's what I want. You know, dude, we're going to go to Pac West this year.
I feel
right.
There's another thing of like, okay, my bike was in the Pac West V-Twin show that I rode from Arizona, that I rode from such and such. You know what I'm saying? Like, that is more of an accolade. That is more of a story. That's more of a thing to have on your belt than actually taking the thing home. I rode my shit to the Pac West V-Twin show. Me and my buddies broke down on the way there. It was whatever it is that happened. The show is going to be a good time, but putting it together, just because you're going to get people that are going to be traveling up there. You're going to get people that are going to be riding up there. And aside from the memories and just the good time that they're going to have at the show, by putting the show together that you're doing, they're also going to have stuff that they're going to remember for a lifetime from the travels that they made on the road with their brothers and their friends or whatever it may be. And that's really like what this stuff is about, man. That's why I was like, I'm stoked for you in that sense, because one, I want people to get up there to your area. I want people to, I myself included, need to get up there and I'm going to try my best to bonsai this trip for you and get up there for the show.
So rad.
I am
so rad.
Yeah. I want to be there just to support it and just to witness it and be part of it. And I'm gonna go out on a limb and say, be part of history. Cause in 5 years, 10 years, sucker's maybe it's going to be Born Free. Right.
I would love it. I would love it. I'd love to be on that level someday. It would be killer. A lot of people backing me that believe in me. And I can't say thank you enough to all of them. It's insane, the amount of support that just keeps pouring out. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Good people bring that, man. You know, when you have good energy and you have good juju and all that stuff, man, you will attract that type of energy, man. And
thank you.
You're a solid guy, man. You
appreciate it, right?
You are one that lives it, that breathes it, that, you know, I got introduced to you through Victor. Victor's the one that said, you need to talk to my homeboy, Brad. Back when we were Harley Showcase, he's like, you need to talk to him. And from the moment we talked, the moment we sat down, the moment I saw you in your garage, and I'm like, this dude lives it. He lives it. He breathes it. It's like in him. It's what he does. And when you have somebody that's that passionate about it, it's only going to translate to the things that you're putting out there for the people, man.
Appreciate that, Ray. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Absolutely. And I'm sure Amber's back there doing, you know, supporting you, holding you up, pushing you, motivating you, getting you to, you know, maybe get you out of your comfort zone a little bit, whatever it may be. Because she's
probably about ready to kill me.
I'm sure you're stressing her out just a tiny degree.
Yeah. So our anniversary is the 7th of June. Yeah. So last year we did Live Fast because basically, which I was blown away. I was like, "You're the fucking coolest wife in the world." She's like, "Let's go I was telling her about Live Fast, and I was like, but that's right around our anniversary. She's like, well, let's do that for our anniversary. I was like, sweet. So the plan is I do have a room reserved for Live Fast. I don't know. I want to come down. I really want to come down, but
That's
a
the
week before the show.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I know. I know.
yeah, dude. I
So
mean,
I hope she's not watching, but I'm trying to plan a little something for her. But
well, listen, man, I'm not gonna be the instigator of it, but I'd love to see you down here. I'd love to have you down here for it. But
I know.
if
I
I
know.
don't see you, believe me that I completely understand why. Yeah, that's
Right.
a
Right.
lot on your plate, man. And would you ride, or you play, or if you do,
Oh,
just be
ride.
a yeah.
100% ride. Yeah.
See, that's
Be a
adding
bonsai.
that's a whole nother element of crunching stuff in, man. Trust me, you'll be working a good portion of the trip with final details and everything else that's involved.
Yep. Yep. I don't think it's gonna happen, but we'll see. You never know. You never know.
I know.
I've done crazier shit.
I'm actually so if my wife's listening, she knows about this one, and I'm trying to make it happen, but I'm not sure that it is, but there is a window. You and I were talking about it offline a little bit, that you had Jace up there with you recently, and his camp out is in 2 weeks, and
I want to go so bad.
I know, and I haven't taken it off of the possibility of going.
Right.
It's really a time. You and I gave you a little insight as to what's going on with my personal life a little bit. And if that happens, if the transition kind of happens and the timing is right, I may bonsai out there and just say go and do it. And I want to experience it, I guess. I've heard a lot of stuff about it. I've heard good things about it. So, you can't really speak on anything or say anything about anything until you get out there and you actually do it. Route 66 is like,
dude,
I want to hit a nice stretch of that. And I'm kind of like in a headspace where I love doing trips with my buddies, and but I'm almost like I need a
solo.
I need like a long distance solo one, just to not necessarily clear my mind because I'm like stressed out or anything, but there is another element of doing that on your own. There's a whole nother, like, you're on your own. You're out kind of out there on an island on your own if shit goes south or whatever it may be. And I enjoy that type of stuff, as crazy as that may sound.
Not at all to me. Right up my alley.
I know, man. So I'm with you, dude. I'm trying to make that one happen. We shall see.
Oh God.
I know, but there's next year maybe as well. I mean, there's always next year. He's doing it every single year. But there's some people there there's some people that are gonna be there that I thought, good opportunity to go meet them, shake their hand, say what's up, introduce myself, and just show. And honestly, I wasn't planning on being there for the whole time. I was going to be there maybe Thursday night, Friday, leave Saturday or something. I wasn't going to be there that long. Just show up and say what's up.
Check it out. I know when Jace was here, we went and had dinner and stuff, and he was telling us about it. And I'd listened to a couple of the podcasts about it, but never really understood exactly what their goal, or not even goal, what goes on. You automatically picture, at least I do, a camp out. You picture, okay, it's you automatically picture, I guess, almost like a rally, almost, like your vendors and your this and your that, but it's not that at all, which is really cool. They don't set up vendor booths. It's just everybody that loves to ride, and there is a lot of people from the industry that are there, but you're just there to hang out and meet people. I love that idea. I think that's really cool.
Yeah. Very, very, very grassroots feel, I guess. There's probably not vendors per se where you got vendor row, but you might have, you have a representative of the company or somebody participating in the camp themselves. And if you want to ask them questions or whatever, then it's a good opportunity. So,
that leads me into something too. They'll give me an idea. Oh, Clayton, Biker Cowboy,
Yeah.
Performance Baggers West Coast.
Yep.
I got to give a shout out to that guy. He has been busting his ass advertising and helping me with the show. And I don't know if everybody watching, he lost everything. He lost, you know how many followers that page had?
Dude, I went to go tag it or something like that the other day, and I'm sitting there going, "Where is it? Did I unfollow it? What the?"
Dude,
and I
no, he's fighting trying to get it. You know how many? Dude, he had a shit ton of. He's worked his ass off to build that page, and it's gone. Yeah, he's been for years wanting to do a camp out up here, and that's what made me think of it. And I had to put that out there because I just feel so fucking terrible for him. Oh my God. I just text him every day and I'm like,
can you say, or do you know, like kind of what transpired?
I don't know. He didn't really say. When I got hacked a couple months ago and I lost my Facebook and I lost both my Instagrams. Somehow I was able to get, because you know how they connect them, the Facebook and the Instagram together.
Mm-hmm.
Somehow I got hacked on Facebook and it shut my Instagrams down as well. For some reason, I was able to get my Instagrams back, but not my Facebook. I had to start a whole Facebook over again, which is really strange because I thought they were connected. So I'm hoping for him. I think that's from what this sounds like. I didn't really get all the details. Is that's what happened to him. So I told him, I said, dude, I got my Instagrams back. Focus on that. Screw the Facebook thing for now. Figure out, because he had a following on both, huge. To focus on that Instagram and see if you can get that back, man. That's worth fighting for. Because I mean, he was doing really good things with that page, and it was a really cool, always giving people props and shit. And
that's such a bummer, man. It's. I know the feeling.
You do. Yeah, that's right.
I know the feeling, and I wasn't at the following or the audience that he kind of had.
But let me say that you work your ass off to.
He's going to get back. But that's exactly what it is, man. That was the shitty feeling. It's like, man, all that time I put in, there's nothing to show for it now. It's just fucking gone. Like that sucks. Like, man, I feel for him. I'll have to. I think I have his number. If not, I'm gonna hit you up just for his cell phone number, just to reach out. If there's, I will make sure. I don't know if he's gonna start back up or what he's gonna do, but I need to. I'll definitely need to reach out because he's a solid.
Yeah.
First of all, he's a solid guy. He's a very solid guy. But second of all, he's a huge. He's a big supporter. He's a big you tag the guy in something, he's there to help and repost your stuff and get you out there and get your name, your brand, your bike, whatever it is. I don't think there's any time that I've tagged the guy in something that I haven't seen it pop back up.
And that guy lives the fucking life. He lives the life.
The last time I talked to him, I think it was with you. I think you and I talked with him, and he was getting ready to go on that trip with his old man, I think.
Yep. Exactly. Yeah.
I'm so bummed.
It sucks. It sucks. I've been like I said,
how long has it been?
Just a couple days ago. Not very. I think what's today? Thursday? I want to say either the beginning of this week or end of last week.
Shitty.
Yeah. I
I know. You just want to like. I don't understand. I mean, for the people that are doing it, I guess they're obviously doing it for some reason. But for God's sakes, man, come on! Like,
I know.
They're getting something out of it clearly, but man, there's some shitty people in this world.
Yep. Exactly. And they need a hug.
I know, man. But if he listens or you pass a message on, at the time when it happened to me, I didn't know why it was happening, man. I didn't know why it was happening, but it was hard to wrap my head around it and go, why is this happening? But I'm a pretty firm believer, and it's shitty when it comes down, but I'm a firm believer that shit happens for a reason.
Damn right it is.
And I don't know. We never sometimes know what that reason is. It could be months. It could be a year down the road, whatever it may be. But whatever the reason that it is, maybe there's something bigger and better in line for him, with what he's there. And,
Damn
people
right.
know who he is. We're going to all do our part. That's what we do as a community, as a culture.
Yep.
We're going to do our part to make sure that however he comes back, whatever it is, we're going to support him. We're going to get the word out there for him. We're going to make sure that people know, hey, go back, follow this page, get back in line with the stuff. And he's going to come back, I'm sure, bigger, better. And you know what? He's probably a little bit like me, man, where this tends to motivate you and light a fire under your ass just a little bit more. Like, oh, fuck you, I'm not going to let you win type mentality.
No way.
Come back harder.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. I love that shit.
I'll definitely reach out to him, man. Yeah.
That
stinks, man. So, but Brad, so June 5th, I'm sorry, June 5th?
June 10th.
June 10th. Sorry.
Yep.
So June 10th is going to be the date. It's going to be the name of the golf course and the city that it's in?
It's Oaknoll Golf Course. It has an Independence, Oregon address. It's kind of an Independence. The way I explain it is it's about halfway between Salem, which is the capital, right? It's right on I-5. It's on a bike 10 minutes west of Salem, on the way out to my place, really. It's on the way to the coast.
Oaknoll.
Yeah.
That's the name
Oaknoll
of it.
Golf Course. Yep.
If people Google Oaknoll or they put Oaknoll Golf Course in their Google Maps, it's going to pop up and it's
Independence, Oregon. Yeah, put Independence because I think there's an Oaknoll Golf Course down south, Southern Oregon too.
Okay. Oh shit.
For some crazy reason. I had some people hit me up on Facebook, some old timers. Oh, you had me all excited. You're having a bike show down here. I was like, no, sorry, dude. But I'm doing my best at getting the word out, and yeah, we're really trying. Trying.
Let's see, you are about shit, man. You're only about a month and a half away. Is that about right? About a month and a half or so away from it, man.
Yeah, it's coming up quick.
You have lined up right now? How many vendors? Ballpark.
I think we just went over 20 vendors. I think we just went over 20. Yeah, and I'm going to take vendors all the way up. I mean, you saw the area, how big it is. I can accommodate probably double that if I need. We'll just make a huge horseshoe and plenty of people to do. Sponsors, love it if you could let me read them off real quick. Just give thanks to everybody.
If you have them, please do.
All right, let's do it. Let's do this. All right. So we did 3 tiers of sponsorships. We did a headline sponsorship where we capped it at 2. My 2 headline sponsors are V-Twin Visionary, Jeff Holt, and Timbertown Harley Davidson. They're both huge help in all of this. My title sponsors, RFP, Ride Faster Pussy, our friend Jason. Yeah. Law Tigers. They're doing a lot too. They supplied all the pucks for all the bikes for the bike show and everything. Legion Moto. Those guys, if you ever come up here, yeah, I got to take you up to meet those guys. You meet them at the show when you come. Legion Moto, they're badass. Best motorcycle shop in Oregon. Prove me wrong. My friend Armand, Mondo Moto Media. He's the one that I'm sure you've seen the 503 Bike Night videos and everything.
Oh yeah,
he does all of those. Yep. He's going to be doing all our digital media and stuff for the show, pre-videos and this and that. Twisted Fab, Steve's company, Twisted Fab. That's our title sponsors. Presenting sponsors are Cherry City Bagger Bars, Brett. C Cycles, Colin up out of Washington. Dude builds amazing bikes. You see that FXR that I posted on my story the other day?
Yes, I did. I was drooling over it.
He built that. That thing's every nut and bolt. You don't know Colin. He doesn't post a lot online, but that guy builds some beautiful bikes, choppers, performance bikes. He's pretty OG when it comes to the performance bagger. You know, he's got that.
Colin.
Colin.
Does he still have that bagger? By the way?
Yeah, dude. That thing's bad as fuck. Performance Baggers West Coast. He ain't got a page, but he's still a sponsor, man. We're gonna hold that strong.
Good.
Invisivin stepped up. Genuine Supply and Trauma Moto. Those are all of our sponsors so far. Yep. Yep.
Hey,
Yep. Yep.
You rattled off some big names. You rattled off a good amount of names, man. People are excited about this. I think that's evident with just the names and the amount of sponsors that you rattled off. I'm excited about it all the way down here. And
Hell yeah.
Yeah, dude. And I'm sure that sponsor list is probably going to continue to grow as the show gets closer. And so how can people just contact you directly through Pac West V-Twin or?
Yep. We have an email, pacwestshow@gmail.com. There is the Instagram page, Pac West V-Twin Show. Also a Facebook page underneath the same name. You can get me through the Crash Inc. page. You can get me through my personal page, BC11. Reach out, whatever you want to know. I'll send you all the information I got, and we'd love to have you. Oh, one more thing. I gotta give props to my little homie, Tristan from Paradise Harley that works up there. He is our MC. I just dropped that the other day. He's going to MC the show for us. Killer dude. Yep. He's got a podcast himself, Top Shelf Tangents. I don't know if you checked that out yet. He's pretty funny. Dude's funnier than hell. So we just nailed him down as our MC for the show. So it should be a good time.
Sounds like a good fit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's gonna be really good. Really good.
Well, Brad, I'm stoked for you, brother. I really am. I am gonna do my absolute damnedest to bonsai up there in between Live Fast Rally and Born Free is a couple weeks later. I'm not worried necessarily about that one. I'll make that one, and if I don't make Born Free, I'm okay not making Born Free for a year. You know, it's there's some that I don't miss, Live Fast being one of them, and
right.
You know, if I can squeeze yours in, if I can find somebody down here that's not willing, I don't need anybody to go with me, but if I can convince anybody to go, hey, get on the bike, let's get the hell out of here, and let's go check out the Pac West V-Twin Show.
One of my vendors happens to be a vendor at the Live Fast Rally as well.
Who's that?
Come on, you don't know? Shifter Crew.
Oh, fuck yeah, man. Dope.
The whole crew's coming up. Taylor hit me up and he was like, hey dude, I'm gonna come up. He's really good friends with Colin. It's so funny. It's such a small world. They're good friends, and he's like, hey dude, I'm gonna bonsai up for the show. He's like, a week after Live Fast, blah blah. I don't know if we can come up and vend. I'd love to vend, blah blah. But I'm gonna come up, and he offered he's gonna help. He was gonna help, and then a couple days later, he's like, hey dude, screw it. We're bringing the crew. Can we be a vendor? I was like, fuck yeah, dude, come on up. So they're all gonna bonsai. I think Porky's coming up, and yeah. Who?
No, I said cool.
Oh, cool. Yeah. And
that's dope, man. That's dope. I thought about the same thing, man. I still might fucking hit you up. I still might hit you up and tell you, hey, I'm coming up. I need a spot. Because what I enjoy about when we go set up at an event, we set up a podcast and we do a live podcast from the event. And I always like to do that. One, for ourselves, obviously, for content and whatnot.
Right.
But I like to capture the event for the event. Oh, yeah. You know, get some cool guests on there and just the atmosphere, the environment, music's in the background. Those live ones for me, they're always a blast, man. I love doing them. You know, I love doing them like this. But the live ones where you can see people walking by and go, what the hell you got? What is that? You guys are podcasting, right? It's a different element, you know? So you might get a call from me going, I need a spot last minute. And I made bonsai one way or the other. I'm doing my damnedest to get up there, whether it's on my bike, just, you know, to come and support or be up there as a vendor, man.
We'd love to have you, brother. Either way, there's always a spot for you.
I appreciate that, man. I truly appreciate
always a spot.
That, so.
Yeah, I think Denver's going to be walking around doing like interviews.
Oh, cool.
So it'd be cool. Yeah, it'd be cool to get you guys talking and stuff too. That'd be rad.
That'll be fun, man. That'll be fun. Yeah. So, well, hey, Brad, I'm pumped for you, homeboy. Please,
thank you so much.
Let me be whatever I can be to assist in continuing to get the word out. You know, if there's stuff that I can share for you, tag the page. I'll help you, you know, continue to get the word out there in any way, shape, or form. Send me some of the flyers or send me some of your logos or whatever. And, you know, I want to be, if I can't be there as a vendor to support in that way, I'm going to support from afar and make sure that all of my followers, all of our people know what's going on in, at the Pac West V-Twin Show, man.
Thank you so much, bro.
Absolutely, brother.
You have no
Absolutely.
idea.
No,
It means
man.
a ton.
You're welcome here anytime, man. Anytime. All right.
Thank you, Ray.
All right, homeboy. I'm gonna let you get going. Yes. Heart buddy.
Appreciate you.
We'll talk soon, man. We'll talk soon.
Later.
Later, man. My homeboy Brad, always a good time, man. I'm so stoked for him. If you don't know already, Pac West V-Twin Show, it's going to be the place that you're going to want to get up to. June 10th, it's going to be, if you didn't see the pictures, if you didn't see it, go back and watch the video again. You're going to see the spot that it's at. It's amazing backdrop. He's got tons of room, so it's going to be a really good time. He's going to have music, vendors, bike show, 10 different categories. The thing's going to be off the hook, man. So make sure that you get up there, follow the page. It is Pac West V-Twin Show on Instagram. You're going to get all the details, all the information right there. So go give it a follow so you can keep up with the stuff and start making your trips, start making your plans to get up there June 10th. All right. All right, guys. Thank you for tuning in to another episode. We will see you back here next week. Next week, we have Iron Goddess. Homegirl is putting on a all-female motorcycle show that's going on May 6th. Don't kill me if I got that date wrong, but I believe that is the date. But next week, we're going to have Bunny from Iron Goddess come and hang out on the podcast and get all the information about that. We will be vending out there. So until next week, guys, have a good one. Stay safe out there. Ride hard, ride fast, ride safe. All right. Later, guys.